If you love eye-round roast beef like we do, you're not going to want to miss this video. It was delicious. So to start your eye-round roast beef, I have my own mixture here of kosher salt, black pepper, onion powder, and garlic powder. And I have put oil, olive oil, all over my eye-round. I'm just going to coat the entire piece of meat. I'm preheating my oven to 400 degrees. Now this is 2.5 pounds of eye-round, and you just want to make sure that these spices are all over. Rub it in really good. My cat. All right, and as soon as my oven is totally preheated, I'm going to throw this in, and I'm going to cook it at 400 degrees for about 12 minutes. So because I'm going to be making a nice pan sauce with this, I just cut up one onion and put it all around, mixed it up in the oil. It's not much oil, just enough to coat the bottom, so you get a nice sear. And the reason why I'm doing it in a Dutch oven, so to speak, this is a very heavy bottom pot, is because once I take the roast beef out, all the pan juices, I'll add water to that, some beef stock, and then thicken it. So I want to be able to do that on my stove. So the oven is preheated to 400. I'm going to throw this in for about 12 to 15 minutes, just until it gets nice and browned. And then I'm going to lower the temperature to 325 and cook it a little bit longer. I want my internal temperature to be about 135 degrees. I do have a thermometer. I'll be checking that because we like it nice and rare. So this is what you want to see, some browning on it. So I just took it out to show you. That's going to be all the flavor under there when we add our beef stock. So I did leave it in for about 22 minutes. So it got nice and brown. I did have it on convection. If you have a regular oven, you might want to put it up to like 450 instead of the 400. But you just want to get your onions browned. That's going to add all the flavor for the gravy. And you want to make sure that your roast beef is getting a little bit browned. So I'm going to pop this back in. I lowered the temperature to 325. I do have my meat thermometer here. So I'm going to leave this in for about 30 minutes. Take it out. See what the temperature is on the inside. Right in the middle. I want it to get to about 130 degrees. And then that's going to be perfectly rare. Okay, so I just put the meat thermometer in. And I stick it in this way so it goes right in the middle, right to about here. And it's registering 123 point, about 6 to 8 degrees Fahrenheit. So I wanted to get it up to 130 because that's perfectly rare. I'm going to take this out. I'm trying to do this by holding my phone. And I'm just going to cover this with foil. Look at all that goodness down there. Oh my word, it's going to be so delicious. I'm going to cover this with foil and let it rest for at least 20 minutes. Okay, so while this is covered, it's going to continue to cook because this pan is extremely hot. And even the tin foil, I just put it on, and even this tin foil is hot. So it's going to continue to cook, and it'll come up to that 130 degrees in the middle. All right, but you have to rest your roast beef and tent it. So this way, when you're ready to slice it, all the juices stay inside the meat and they don't go all over your plate. So you want to rest it for at least 20 minutes. Okay, so I just sliced half of the roast beef. I do have a slicing machine at my house. And look at how beautiful and thin, and it's perfect in the middle. Now I just have to make the homemade mashed potatoes, the gravy, and then I'll show you how it all turns out. Oh my God, so good. Delicious. Okay, so I have the drippings here, and I just put my stove on. This is very concentrated, delicious flavor. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add a little bit, probably about, I don't know, a tablespoon of Knorr beef bouillon. I forgot to buy my beef stock that I wanted when I was out, so that's why I have to do it this way now. So I'm just going to add that. You could add some chopped mushrooms at this point if you wanted to do a nice mushroom brown gravy. My husband loves mushrooms, but I hate them. So I just put in 2 cups of water. I'm going to bring this to a boil. You want to get all those scrapings off the side. So I'm going to bring this to a boil, and then I'm just going to mix in some cornstarch with a little bit of water and thicken it up. Then I'll show you how the final plate comes out. The gravy's so easy to do, guys. Beef broth, the drippings, thicken it with a little bit of cornstarch and water. Super easy. The onions really give it a terrific flavor. All right, guys, so this is my husband's dinner plate. It came out absolutely delicious. He loved it. And I hope you make this easy I round roast beef for your family. They're going to love it.